Hi, guys, and welcome to episode 2 of our little mini chat series. Today, it will be me talking to Lydia about how we tackled imposter syndrome when we first had our first roles as business analysts. I'm very glad that Lydia is able to join me again today to record 2 more episodes. Hi, Lydia, how are you?
Hi, Toby. I'm fine. How are
Okay.
you?
I'm fine, thank you. I'm so glad you joined and you didn't run off.
You wouldn't let me. I'm joking. No, but it's actually like I'm so grateful to be here. So yeah,
Are you
honestly.
sure you're so grateful or you're just being polite?
Yes, I am. No, I'm actually grateful. And I'm being polite
Okay,
as well.
that's fine. Anyways, do you remember your first actual placement as a business analyst at it?
Mm,
Do you remember what that was
yes.
like? Do you remember what the first day, first week was like?
Yes, I'm trying to talk about it without getting in trouble.
Yeah,
So
you don't need to say any names.
no, no names mentioned.
No names.
I'm going to talk about the time when I first started my first ever contract or placement, shall I say, with Shell when I was at FDM. So I finally got my dream job as a business analyst
Yay.
at the number one company on the FTSE 100, which is Shell Oil and Petroleum. I was so happy. Like it was like the best news and the best feeling ever.
Yeah.
And so that day, I remember like I was just like, "Thank you, Lord Jesus. Thank you, God. Thank you, Lord." Like just saying thank you to God the whole time. Got into the building now. It was a whole process of getting signed in and set up stuff like that because you have to do like the passes and the whole health and safety videos you have to watch and stuff like that. So I remember the person that brought me to my project that I was meant to be joining. Obviously, people on my team are all international, so everyone was like working from the different countries. But the people that I was working with in this country, the person that I went to approach actually told me, like, actually said to me, was shocked when he saw me. He was like, "Oh, what are you doing here?" And I was like, "I'm the new BA on the project." And he was like, "Huh?" Like he was like talking
What?
to me as if like I'm some sort of like intern or something. Like he didn't realize that I'm about to take his job. So he didn't realize that. He was like shocked, like, and I guess it wasn't really fair on him to be honest, because apparently he didn't really know what was going on. So
Ah,
I kind of get
whoa.
where he was like, "What is this? Like, who are you? What are you doing?" Like he was in the zone of his work.
That's
But anyways,
insane.
I know. But I got there anyways, and yeah, I felt a lot of imposter syndrome that day because I had already started off on a foot that was like, they don't even know who I am.
Yeah.
Do you get what I mean? Like, but then obviously, then
Didn't you get like
yeah,
introduced or anything?
it was because the team is there's so many different levels to this. Like the people that actually interviewed me,
Yeah.
like they have so much on their plate already. So I think it was just a lack of communication.
Oh,
So
man.
yeah, it was like their bosses and their bosses, and it was yeah, there's a lot of hierarchical issues, not issues
Yeah.
I'll say, but that's what happens when you're in a massive firm. There's so many
Yeah.
responsibilities, so many different people, so many different teams. So, anyways, so I felt imposter syndrome on that day because I felt like, am I actually a business analyst? As time went on, they got to know who I was, and I got to know who I was on the project and the value that I brought to the
You
project as
brought to the
well.
project. And that
And
was your very first role.
my very first proper role, I would say,
Okay. Did you have like
yeah.
training before and all of that?
Yes, so
Yeah.
at FDM, they train you up to be a BA. Prior
Yeah.
to that, I had training at another place where
Oh,
I
okay.
studied for my certification. So I got my BA certification prior to me joining FDM. So when I joined FDM, they were like, "Oh, you got your certification? That's amazing. We'll sponsor an application for you because you don't need the BA one because you already have it."
Oh, okay.
Yeah, which I'm still yet to do. But yeah, imposter syndrome. Yeah, I felt that a lot at the beginning of my career, and I still kind of do sometimes, to be honest. But what I tend to do is I remind myself about all the things that I have done and
Mm,
all the things that I'm good at, and
mm,
yeah, just you just have to remind yourself about who you are, if you
exactly.
know what I
Focus
mean.
on the things you're good at. Have you read the book 4 Day Work Week?
No way!
Well,
Are you joking? Are you actually reading that book right now?
yeah, yeah, I'm actually reading it.
Are you joking? I'm actually reading that book right now. That's actually
Ah,
crazy. Oh my,
focus on what
wow.
you're good at. Another
Yeah,
thing
exactly.
you're not good at. I like the mini retirement bits. I really that has
Wait,
yeah.
I don't know what part are you up to.
I'm still
I'm using Audible right now though. I'm using Audible and the physical
oh
book.
I'm
But
doing the physical book. I'm probably just a few chapters in, but
okay.
I've started to get the gist of it. It's yeah. The
Yeah, I'm
guys
at the
I
part where he says that you need to time what you're doing in terms of like set a timer and do the task.
oh okay. I don't think I've gotten
Yeah.
there yet. It's still sort of the introductory bits
Oh,
where he's
okay.
talking about how his own life sort of went.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was a massive mess. It's
Love
quite
that book.
interesting. And he's talked a bit about the idea of retiring many times rather than waiting until you're sort of old
Mhm.
and gray and
Mhm.
all of that. Yeah. So
Being
that got
here
me
now.
very interested.
Yeah, no, it makes sense though. It absolutely makes 100% like so much sense what he's saying though.
Mm-hmm.
Even though some of the stuff he did say, like he said, do something out of your comfort zone every
Says
day. And
that.
I'm just like, yo, I
I'm
can't
not
do
doing
something like
that.
that every day. He said it every day. I can't do that. But anyways, yeah.
I'll just go for the fun bit. But yeah, cool stuff. So back to imposter syndrome.
Mm-hmm.
Mine is nothing compared to yours. Mine was just more of me just feeling like I didn't know Jack. So I think prior to starting as a BA, I actually had worked with an embassy, the Swedish embassy, for a few years. It was more of, it wasn't business analysis in any way. It was like trade officer sort of role. The idea was to work with Swedish businesses and try and get them to invest in Nigeria. We put together trade shows. We had like business meetings, tried to introduce the Swedish businesses to new clients, spoke to people like IKEA, Spotify, just basically trying to push up investment in Nigeria, really. That was what that role was about. So when I moved to the UK, I think all my friends were just saying, oh, business analysis is the best job you can get. I think at that time, contracting was paying crazy, like £400 a day.
When was this? What year?
It was like 2017-ish, 2016.
Okay.
Probably like 2016. But many of them had been doing it. I think the ones who made a lot of money, or the ones who were talking about it a lot, were the guys who were involved in like the PPI projects. So that was like 2012, 2013. So I think, they made a killing at that time. So yeah, everyone was like, business analysis, try, blah, blah, blah. Oh God. So anyways, eventually ended up doing some kind of course, getting certified and some bits of training. And then obviously modeling your CV to make it seem like you've been doing that forever.
Yeah.
But anyways, yeah, so got my first role. And the first week I was so panicked. I was just so scared that I was going to be told to do something that I had no clue about. So I think the
Yeah, I
first
feel
day
you.
actually I got dragged onto some kind of meeting, and I was like, they were just saying all sorts of things, using all sorts of terminologies. I
Yeah.
wasn't even exactly sure what I was supposed to do. I was just taking notes. And I was like, am I supposed to say something smart? Am I?
Trust me, honestly, yeah, I know that thought as well.
Yeah, so whatever. I just kept taking notes and I went back to my desk and I sat down there saying, gosh, what have I got myself into? Uh, and then eventually, I think I just ended up after about a week, because every day I used to get back home and just watch YouTube videos, ask, because the training the training I did, I had like what's it called, the mentor. So he was always sort of guiding and saying, whenever you have any questions, ask. So I'll go back to him, ask him questions, and then he's just like, dude, just relax. They haven't ever actually told you to do anything.
Yeah, I understand.
Yeah, eventually I just realized that there was no point panicking. Just relax, because most of the time there was not much to really do apart from listen to what the different stakeholders wanted to do. And then most of it was just common sense. Ask the questions at the time. If you didn't understand, don't try and act like you're so smart. Just
Exactly.
ask.
And also, did you ever feel like it was not as technical or as hard to comprehend when you actually listen and you actually
Just
get into the project?
listen. Yeah,
Yeah, it's not as
exactly.
complicated as it
As you
feels or as it looks.
it isn't actually. I think I also remember the first time I had to do an entity relationship diagram for the database. I was like, oh, what's happening here? It sounded so complicated.
Yeah.
But then eventually calming down, then you just understand that not common sense, but you could see the logic to things like that. And most of the
Yeah.
time, when you're speaking to the stakeholders, they sort of have an idea what they want to do,
What
what information they want to
exactly?
go into the tables or relationships and things like that. So you're just basically just taking information from somebody and just putting it in some fancy diagram.
Yeah.
And then you get
Yeah.
them to validate it as well. So yeah, I think you're right. Eventually I found out that just listen, ask questions, and then you find out that it's not that complicated. So yeah, that was it for me. It was imposter syndrome for like a month. And then sometimes, like you said, you're told to do something and you're just like, okay, have no clue. But then you just research and you sort of
Research. And you
find
can
out
even
that.
ask them, like, what do you want?
What do
Like,
you
what do you want
exactly
to
what
see? Because you seem to have some sort of vision.
exactly. And I think
What exactly is it?
what I notice as well is they actually always have a vision of what they actually want to be the final solution. Yeah, they always have an idea or an
Yeah.
answer. So if you just ask, you probably will be pointed in the right direction.
And advice for people that are first starting out, like they should never be afraid to ask too many questions. Like there's no stupid question, honestly. It just ask as many questions as possible. That's my advice.
You can't say that enough. True. But yeah, ask questions like Lydia says, and just learn as you take each day as it comes, and just learn and develop yourself as much as possible. Yep. So before we run off, do you want to tell us a bit about Lydia Tech Academy and what you offer?
Well, so yeah.
It clears our throat.
But yeah, anyone that's interested, it's actually catered to mums now. I've niched down, and
why?
yeah,
That's not fair.
that's very niche. I know, I know, but I realize there's a market for everybody. But I want to focus specifically on mums because I know the struggle. Because I'm a mom, so I know the struggle of how hard it is to even try to become a BA and be a BA, and all of that. So yeah, so Lydia Tech Academy is basically to help mums start careers in technology, and also it's expanded as well to if you want to have a profitable online business. Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm covering two areas. I'm covering career and business. So
business.
my vision is that once you become a BA, you're not going to sit down and be a BA and that's it. Obviously, it's up to you. But for the mums that want a bit more and feel like they can handle juggling something else, then I offer the business services as well. So yeah.
I hope you're not promising moms they're going to get rich once they get on Amazon.
Not just by being a BA alone. No, that's not possible. You have to have multiple sources of income, multiple streams of income to become rich. But having a business could possibly be one of them if you make your business passive. But anyways, we'll get into that another time. But yeah, I'm just letting you know that Lydia Tech Academy is open for moms.
Great. So all moms sign up to Lydia Tech at
lydia.bolaji on Instagram.
Lovely. Yeah. Thank you very much, Lydia. It's nice to have you again.
Thank you.
Catch you next week.
All right.
Bye.
Bye.